Hello everybody, and welcome back to another watercolor tutorial. Today we are painting a spring or like Mother's Day painting. So you can turn this into a greeting card, or you can just use it, paint it just for fun. So we're gonna start off with just creating the background. So I want the background to be this really blurred out, not the bokeh effect, however you pronounce that word, but like a version of that, stripes rather than spots. So that's what we're gonna try, and we're gonna do that by applying a very light green. So I have like a lime here, lime green. That might be too dark, so I'm going to water it down quite a bit and just spread that everywhere. Okay. So I'm sick again, 5th time this year. It has been an interesting last few months. And to say I'm sick of being sick is kind of an understatement. Yeah. So I'm gonna try not to complain too much about that, but I just wanted to say that because the amount of coughing that I'm doing, I cannot control it. And somebody mentioned in another video where I was sick with, I think, cold number 4. They were like, oh, can't you edit out the coughing? That would take me forever. And seeing as I'm like barely holding on right now, like I have no tutorials, and tomorrow is Wednesday. So this is going to be tomorrow's tutorial. I don't think I've ever filmed a tutorial this close to the release date before, but it is the night before. And after a very challenging day with my toddler, yeah. Anyway, so I've taken a darker green. Sorry, I should have said that, but I feel like it's self-explanatory. And I'm just adding lines vertically. Obviously, we are trying to maintain the moisture, so it should remain wet. If that wasn't obvious. I have people asking me in videos, oh, is your background wet prior to applying paint or something? And I'm like, maybe they just watch my video without sound. That's possible, but like I say it in every single video. If it's wet on wet, I say wet your background first. And if it's not, then I don't say that. But anyway, I'm lifting off some paint here because I did want some lighter patches. And my paint was also drying too quickly. Let's add some warmer green as well. So we have elections coming up in Canada here. I'm not going to get into politics, but what I want to say is that the amount of spam that I am getting from a particular party is unbelievable. Like, I get not personal, but I'm sure they send it out to everyone who signed up, who once upon a time signed up for some, political platform, and they just keep your number forever, and Don't let you forget it. Hi, it's future Mr. President's wife here. Actually, let me see what they said. Because we've got one last week to win the election. Sign the card to tell X you have his back. No. If you do not stop spamming me, I won't vote for you. Okay, we're gonna let this completely dry, and then sorry, no, not yet. I wanted this to be darker. Sorry, yeah, so I'm taking a little bit of black and I'm adding it to the other greens that I was using, because I do want this to be a tad bit darker. Boop, boop. It's funny, my daughter started doing that. Like when I don't know, when I'm holding a toy and it's jumping, I go boop, boop, boop. Or if I'm like putting her shoes on and it like just fits on the leg, I go boop. And I do that for a variety of things, and it's funny because she now does that too. It's very cute. Okay, that's a little bit better. I like this more than without the darkness. So I'm gonna leave that, and we're gonna let this completely dry and then come back to it. Okay, so this I hope is dry. I can feel a little bit of moisture on it, but we're gonna just roll with it for now. I'm gonna take a pencil and we're gonna draw on or sketch out a one flower or a series of flowers. It's whatever you're comfortable with or what you want your whole painting to look like. So I'm gonna paint a cosmos or Cosmo. I don't know if they're interchangeable because I have a seed packet that says Cosmo and one that says Cosmos, and they're the same flower. So if someone can explain that to me, go right ahead. A little side thing, piece of information that you probably don't care to hear, but just filling in some time. I use a hair dryer to dry my paintings, and when our house was in the finishing stages of being built, like it was built, and we were having an inspection, the occupancy inspection, our well line froze, and I don't know why that happened because there was a heat trace line in there, but anyways, we just dropped my hair dryer that I use to dry my paintings. We just dropped down that into the well, and it was going for probably 3 hours, and this hair dryer has never been the same. It barely goes. Like if you were using it to dry your hair, you'd probably be standing there for, the sun would dry your hair quicker than the hair dryer. Okay, that's good enough for my little Cosmo. And okay, so one thing you could have done, I just didn't because I don't have masking fluid, but if you had masking fluid, you could have painted on this flower first with the masking fluid and then did the background, painted the background, and then you'd have a white canvas basically for your flower here. But I don't have masking fluid, so we're just doing this the low effort way. I am going to take some white some white watercolor and mix it in to my pink to maybe try and make it a little bit more opaque. So sorry about the coughing. I am confident that someone is going to say something about that. I am struggling right now, so please just, I hope it's not an issue. Just in general. The physical and mental toll that being sick every week and a half for 4 months is it's a lot. And on top of that, motherhood is way harder than everyone made it sound. And I don't know if like the people that are like, it is the most amazing thing you'll ever do. I had a few people tell me that, and I don't know if they were like made to be a mother and they just love motherhood genuinely, or if everyone's just lying. But it is not very enjoyable. At least not the first year and a half so far. It's been very hard. I will never, ever, ever be one of those people who told me that it's the most amazing thing you'll ever do. I will never say that to people, because you really lead people down the wrong path and you make them feel like a failure when you say things like that, when they don't end up feeling that way or sharing those sentiments. So this like white pink thing has really worked out for me. Quite happy with how that worked out. Okay, where are we with our little thing here? I'm gonna take a little bit of black. Oh, Lord help me. And I'm going to, ooh, that is, I don't want it to be so watery. If we have less water on our paintbrush, then it won't mix in with the pink as much. I'm just adding some black to like that inner part there. And then I'm going to take either red or orange or some combination of that. And we're gonna plop that, sort of mix that in. And then I'm gonna take nice bright yellow and paint that on top there. It doesn't look too bad. I am gonna take some white watercolor. It's sort of pink because I just dipped my pink into the white. And I want to add some highlights to the petals. I think that did a lot. I didn't really try too hard. I just kind of plopped the white wherever. We'll see what it looks like when it dries, but for now I'm happy with that. Now, I'm gonna take some green. It's like a medium green, perhaps. And we're gonna paint the stem. So this stem is gonna go all the way down, obviously. do want to add some, like a dark, a dark shadow to this. So, oops, maybe I should have waited until it fully dried, because this isn't really working out how I wanted it to. I just wanted to add like one very thin dark shadow on the one side, but I kind of just painted the whole thing. So what I might do is just take white watercolor and go on the other side. I don't know if that's doing anything, because our background is already quite light, so white watercolor, which is inherently not opaque, is having trouble showing, but I'm okay with that for now. So now, what would make sense here? I don't really want to paint more flowers, or sorry, what I mean to say, I don't want to paint more detailed flowers. Maybe I should edit this coughing out, because this is just on another level. I'm gonna take like a lilac-y color this time and mix it with my pink and white. So it'll be similar, but not quite the same. I'm gonna try to freehand this flower, because I don't feel like putting in the effort to sketch it out first. So we're gonna just see how this turns out for us. I, disclaimer, am very bad at flowers. I feel very close to not painting anymore and just stopping my YouTube channel. Because if I'm being totally honest, guys, my revenue has dropped significantly. I don't know what is going on, whether they're changing something with the ads or whatnot, but like, I have put thousands of hours into this channel, and I continue to put in a lot every single week, releasing 2 tutorials, and I'm tired of not really seeing the kind of progress that I was hoping for. So yeah, just the fact that I have nothing, like tomorrow is Wednesday and I have nothing uploaded. This is going to be tomorrow's tutorial. I have never been that disorganized before. Usually I have months of content in advance, if not like weeks or months, usually months, especially coming up for the summer, because during summer I don't really like to paint because it's summer and it's warm and I can actually spend time outside and enjoy life. And I mean, it's mid-April, end of April, and I've got nothing pre-painted. So I don't want to sound like, I don't want to complain, but I am I know like some channels, they have a means of people supporting, like actually supporting them through financial means, or they get like, what do you call those things? Super thanks, a crazy amount. And I just don't. Like, it's awesome when one of you guys gives me like $5. That is so appreciated. But yeah, it's a lot of free work for not very much reward. And I just don't have the time to paint these days. I don't have the motivation, I don't have the time, and when I am using a free evening to paint because I have to, or I feel like I have to, it's just, I start to really question whether it's something I want to continue doing. So I almost didn't paint this, so there was almost going to be nothing for Wednesday. At this point, we're just like day by day. See what happens. If you are one of those people, no pressure, obviously, because I really like just the fact that you guys watch my tutorials, or the people that have been for a long time, like I so appreciate your support through your viewage and your comments. But if you are one of those people that's been watching me for years and you would like to show financial support, you can hit that super thanks button below the video. There's like sure you can find it. It's somewhere there, either in a drop down menu or whatever. It's under every single video. Yeah, it would be very appreciated. And I know in a previous video I mentioned doing a subscription model. I was going to add a third video every week and make it like a subscription video so only people subscribed could see it. But I'm afraid to put in that effort when I already struggle to upload 2 videos a week and then just not see anything for it. And so maybe I'll just turn my entire channel into a subscription-based model. So my 2 videos a week you'll just have to be subscribed. And even if I did like, it was like $15 a month, I would just need, hold on, I'm trying to do the mental math. Like even if 50 people out of my, I don't even know how many thousand subscribers I have, like 60,000, 50, 70, I don't know. Even if just 50 people subscribed on a monthly basis, I'd already be making more. I'd be making more by a long shot. What am I saying? I can't do mental math. You know what I forgot to do looking at this painting now? I meant to make where I'm going to put my flowers a little bit darker. Like behind this flower and behind this one, it was also supposed to be like a darker shadow of green, but I can't really do much about that now. Now, instead of painting a third flower here, although for balance sake, I feel like I should, I don't want to. Let me just paint the, what do you call it? The little, because the Cosmos stems don't look like this. I wish I had a reference, but it kind of looks like dill from what I remember growing them last year. Ugh, I'm probably going to butcher this because I don't have a reference. I could technically Google a quick reference, but let's just guess at this and see how it goes. So, sorry, I'm flipping subjects constantly here, but so one of my things as a mom, I really want to be intentional with screens. So I was not gonna let my daughter watch any screens. And I tried to be mindful about not being on my phone when she sees me. But then like a month or two ago, I got so desperate because she's very, very needy. Like I need to be my attention needs to be on her all day, and it's exhausting. And I got to the, like, she, from 1 year old, from the moment that she could stand, it was before 1 year, she would stand at my feet and cry the entire time I was making dinner every day. So it was like an hour plus of crying. And it's continued on in a similar fashion for like 7-8 months now. And so I got really desperate, and I was just like, I can't take this anymore. I already don't enjoy making dinner. So I'm gonna just give her a screen. So I would play these like Polish songs about space and stuff for kids. So they're educational. And yeah, she's occupied for a few minutes. And then she sees me in the kitchen and comes running over and starts crying because this kid wants food all the time. Like, it's driving me crazy. Seriously, people, I don't know if I am just a horrible mother, because no one else seems to complain like I do about motherhood. All these like moms that I spend my time around, they seem to be just wonderful mothers and seem to have a easy time with it and enjoy the whole process. And I'm like, wow, I feel very isolated. Or I don't know if they just want to make it sound like their life is really wonderful as a mother. Like, I'm not sure, but it makes me feel isolated. It makes me feel like I'm the only one experiencing these things, and I don't feel like I have anyone to relate to. Even my best friend, who, my gosh, I wish I had her mothering abilities. She's truly a wonderful mother. And yeah, when I ask her like, oh, have you ever felt this way? She's like, no, I can't relate to that at all. And it makes me feel so alone. I just don't get it. So I guess you guys are my vent outlet. Woo. Okay. So this freehanding of the dill foliage on the stems actually didn't go too badly. It's a little bit abstract. I don't mind. And to give this a little bit more color, because I do feel like it's lacking a little bit of color, I'm gonna take some lilac or purple. Yeah, I like that color a little better. Add some water, and then do a little splatter. I'm going to take a little bit of pink. And same thing. I don't know if this is like big enough to really, can't really see the colors because they're so fine. Oh yes, I like the neon yellow. That's my winning color right there. Very nice. Okay. I'm just gonna boldly paint this random yellow dot here and there and everywhere. quite like that. I'm glad we went with the splatter route. Especially the yellow. It's a very nice yellow. Okay. So I'm gonna cap it at that. I can't even, we're at 32 minutes, not bad. I really hope that my internet will upload this in time for 8 a.m. tomorrow, because I've got exactly 12 hours. Shoot, this might be released at like 9 a.m. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a race. But that, here we have it. I'm not displeased with this. Let me know what you guys thought about this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.